Hello to the John Deere 9760. I know I did a walk around when I first got it in September of 2020, but I figured I would just do another kind of just show the different aspects of it and just get a video out there. I do have to say, I love this combine. Obviously, something newer, I'm sure, is way nicer, but just with using it for what I use it for, it's been great. It's obviously way overkill for what I do, with only doing 140 acres, but it's a really good machine. It handles the 8-row corn head well, and it allows me to get done in a pretty reasonable time. So I was just gonna walk around it today. I remember doing a walk around of my 9500, and really the reason for that was when I was originally looking for a 9500, I didn't really see many videos out there. They're really short, didn't necessarily look at all the different aspects. So yeah, I can't even see it. It's a nice day. It's a little chilly, October 7th, but yeah, we'll start walking around. So one of the nicest things for me is the fact that I did go back to duals. So my 9500 was just the singles in the front, and my dad's 9500 had always had the duals. They actually had duals on a 7720 Titan II as well. So it's just something, it rides a little bit nicer. I think it floats a little bit better. And it's just overall a little bit wider, more stable, just in my opinion. I know obviously some guys now with the newer combines are going the super singles, but I like this. I'll be able to get a better view on the other side, but I have the panels and doors all off right now, which for me gives great access to the rotor and the chaffer and just the other threshing components. Thankfully, I haven't had anything really major go wrong. I do like the quality of the grain and the overall capacity of the rotor. It's been a welcome change. But yeah, they have little doors. They go in there and give really great access to it. Again, more doors. And one thing I really like about this one is whoever had it before really did a good job of labeling, and so they labeled the doors, which ones, they labeled where I could find some grease fittings. Yeah, overall it was a very nicely kept. This is a 2004, so 2004 9760 STS. It doesn't have the bullet rotor. I know that's a big thing for some guys. For me, I honestly couldn't tell the difference. Maybe if I used a bullet rotor I could tell the difference, but for what I do, it's been good. So now I'll go up. Anybody that's been around the combines, they all know they make nice engine access now, engine compartment access. So fuel, hydraulic reservoir. I'll put this up. I just didn't want to yet because didn't want to have it up because this barely fits in the barn, and so yeah. But just the top of the engine, getting access to the turbo, stuff I don't need, but obviously if it was needed, could access it that way. Additional access panels to get to basically the rotor drive and other drive parts of the combine. I have the bin hoppers down, the bin extensions. Actually, this one I really like it because it has the tip up in addition to the mower extension, so it holds a considerable amount. If I would have to guess, about 400 bushels. So, and another nice aspect is my 9500 didn't have the tilt down auger into the tank, clean grain auger. So that's really nice because my other one I would have had to unbolt it to be able to take it down. But yeah, overall, really easy to put these extensions up, and I like them. But again, really nice and easy engine compartment access. Much more space than I had in the 9500. Just it's a bigger, wider machine. This one does have the cameras, which are nice. So yeah, very nice and easy to get access to. So I have the choppers out right now. I just wanted to take a look inside the back, make sure everything was good. I did, there were some fingers that I wanted to straighten out, but this is the last of the sieves. Just the last little bit for corn to go back down in before going out the back, which obviously you don't want. I think it really doesn't take too much to get this combine set, and I really like the job that it does. When we always move the chopper up when we store it, just because it actually takes up a little less room. So that's just more of a personal preference for when I want to. So I got that cover off. All I'm basically gonna do is move the chopper back down into place. I just wanted to have the cover off to make sure the belts were aligned on the correct spool. Don't need high speed for corn. Okay, so the belts are all set. Time to move the chopper back down into place. Okay. And then trying to do this one-handed isn't really gonna work. Okay. That's just tightening up the belt. Okay. So for those that maybe don't know, all this does is it funnels all of the chaff and cobs and leaves and everything through this chopper system, cuts it up, spreads it out, just makes it nice so you don't have a giant trail of corn stalks and corn cobs and everything behind the combine. I remember combining with my dad growing up, and they didn't have it until their 9500. But yeah, they and when he would stop, it would leave a pretty good pile of cob. So again, this is just where's my light? There you go. Where we just looked in from before. Pretty nice with the lights and everything. So again, I really like this because I got the door panels off on this side, which compared to the other side, this side, you just see everything. It's nice, you see the rotor, the grates, everything. I'll run this. I'll run this when it's going, or wow, I'll take a video of it when it's going, just to see it. But yeah, it's for those that don't know, the rotor's in there. Some combines use twin rotors. I know obviously the bullet rotor is a different shape instead of just the long tube, but this works good for me. The corn goes through there, basically gets close enough to the when it's dry enough, the corn kernels fall through the grates and fall down here and then go through the rest of the cleaning system and then up in the tank. So I haven't, my dad, they would do wheat in the summer. They never did do soybeans. So for me, I've only had to have this set up for corn. I think it works great. And I don't do beans, so yeah. I do have my corn head on it. It's a John Deere 893. So that's 8 rows, 30-inch spacing. This doesn't have hydraulic deck plates, but it's just a nicety that it didn't come with, and I can live without. So overall, it's been a really good head for me. I can't see, there wouldn't be a need to go bigger because I run a 16-row planter. The 8-row matches up with that really nice. I think right now what I would do is go grab my egg leader monitor so I can put that in the cab as well. I just have that over in the tractor because I use that for spraying in the spraying and side dressing. So it's not anything fancy, but I run the egg leader Integra. I started out running an egg leader Insight. I do really like what I can do with this Integra, so I share it. So I'll move it from the tractor over to the combine now. So overall, pretty simple install. Just a ram mount. And yeah, easy. So I'll get it all set up later, but yeah, run with the yield monitor right there. This did come with the Voyager camera system. I probably gotta have the key. That's gonna make me. Yeah, there it is. Oh, you can't really. There you can kind of see, but yeah. Overall, this is really easy. really easy and simple combine to operate. It's very similar to what my 9500 was. Everything on the right side here, and parking brake, right and left brake. You end up having to use those quite a bit in the mud if you have a muddy year, just to keep it on the row, because you got to remember you don't have much give with your corn snouts, and you're trying to stay on 8 rows at a time, so you may get a little mud hole. You can just use the brakes to keep you in line, but this is primarily what you do to operate it. It's hydrostatic, so forward, back, lifting your head up and down, sending the auger out or back in. This is going to turn your auger on. This would be for if you're running grain heads, but it doesn't matter. And I actually don't have the variable drive. That would control the variable drive as well. But this combine doesn't have that. Different settings that you can preset in there. Just order of operations. This is going to turn the threshing unit on. You got to turn that on first, and then you turn the head on. Combines are always a little bit different in that they don't have a linear throttle control that you do. So you either have turtle, middle, or fast rabbit, and that's your throttle. This is just 4-wheel drive, so you have slow 4-wheel drive, fast 4-wheel drive. Primarily, I don't have 4-wheel drive on. Just my dad always said, like, unless you really need it, there wasn't a point, because most likely it was going to wear it out potentially. So this is nice, different than my 9500 in that I can change the sieve and chaffer settings in the back, which is nice. All combines have fan speed, rotor speed, and then rotor clearance. The dialmatic stuff I don't do, because I don't run the corn or run it in grain. So yeah, it's a really simple unit to operate. It really doesn't take much to know what you're doing. The interesting thing is I can say I actually never combined growing up. It wasn't until in 2017 when I got the 9500 for the first time that I combined. But it was always a job my dad absolutely loved doing. So I'd run the grain cart or ride with him. Both were good for me. So yeah, overall, we'll get this started up, and maybe I will run it a little bit so we can see what it looks like. It's an older combine, so it may alert me that I'm not in the seat, but the only thing that I actually will turn off is the head. It will keep the threshing unit on, so let's do that. Yeah, so that's keyed, which is good, because you don't want to, you can't see. Too big of a glare. It is a nice day, though. I'll just change this quick, because it's up. I did not want to do that. Go back. It's just, all it's saying is, it knows that it's plugged into something, but the configuration that I had previously with the tractor and the sprayer isn't right. And it's like, yep, it's not. So that's really not really no reason to do that. I was just curious on making sure it well, and I gotta remember, I gotta get the Starfire 3000 off the John Deere tractor as well. So, but like I said, I can turn the thresher on at Turtle. Sometimes I will, depending on if I know the combine's empty in the back. So I wouldn't want to do that if I thought it was full of stuff. So I will do that. Just push that forward. You probably heard that. That was everything turning on. Now, one thing that it is gonna beep at me with the head when I turn it on, just because it's not gonna want you to combine without you're at full throttle with the head on. But I'm just gonna turn it on anyways, since I know I'm not doing anything. So that's just a low warning. So and my grain tank's full just because I don't have the sensor's probably stuck somewhere. So yeah. Okay. Don't know if you'll be able to hear me, but like I said, I'll get out and run, show you what everything looks like.